everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be discussing a lifestyle intervention for bipolar disorder called social rhythm therapy. Social rhythm therapy is a therapy that involves regulating your daily routines in order to better stabilize your circadian rhythm. In fact, research shows that the more regular your routines, the better your bipolar symptoms, including a lower risk of new mood episodes. The idea in social rhythm therapy is to do the same activities at the same time for most days of the week in order to stabilize your daily rhythms. By stabilizing your daily rhythms, you also improve your circadian rhythm or your body clock. The 5 activities that are used to regulate your circadian rhythm are the following. The time that you get out of bed, so this is when you stand up, not when you wake up. The first time you have contact with another person, so this is your first social interaction of the day. The time that you start work or school or any other activity. The time that you eat dinner, and the time that you get into bed. Not when you fall asleep, but when you go to bed. These 5 metrics are the activities that you want to do at the same time every day in order to improve your mood and energy levels. The key feature of social rhythm therapy is to have supernormal routines or above normal routines. This means that you want to aim to do each activity within a 45-minute window of your target time for most days of the week. The book likens this type of treatment to a diabetic who would have to eat extra healthy in order to maintain their blood sugar. Likewise, people with bipolar disorder benefit from having an extra regular routine to help manage their mood and energy. This book is a great workbook to guide you through all the steps of how to do social rhythm therapy for yourself at home, but I'll just give you a brief overview. To start, you want to track the 5 metrics that I mentioned earlier: the time you get out of bed, your first contact with another person, the time you start work, the time you eat dinner, and the time you go to bed. You want to keep track of this for a week in order to see what your routines currently look like. Once you have a good idea of what your routines look like, you can set a target time. You can do this by turning all your times to military time and calculating the average time for the week. This will give you a target time that you can then use to build your routine around. Over the next couple of weeks, you want to slowly adjust your routine to align with your target time. That might mean shifting your bedtime slightly earlier every night by 15 minutes. It might mean trying to eat dinner around the same time every night at 7 p.m. Slowly over time, you want to shift your activities so that they align with the target time. You want them to be within a 45-minute window of your target time, at least for 5 to 6 days of the week. That's how you do social rhythm therapy. You try to build a routine of having these 5 metrics at the same time every single day. So I've tried this therapy for myself and I found it very beneficial. I feel like having a regular routine is really great for my brain and helps me feel so much better mood and energy wise. I think one of the key parts of social rhythm therapy is to be very flexible. You want to have a routine and you want to maintain these daily rhythms, but you also want to give yourself grace. That means that while I aim to have dinner around 7 p.m. every day, there are of course nights when I end up eating later. I try not to beat myself up about this. Instead, I just jump back into my routine the next day. What I found most beneficial from social rhythm therapy is having a regular sleep and wake time. I talked about this a lot in my video on morning and evening routines, but having a set wake time and sleep time have been incredibly beneficial for my mental health. By waking up and sleeping at the same time every day, all 7 days of the week, even on weekends, I've been able to build up a strong sleep drive, which means I fall asleep and get tired at the same time every night. I also wake up naturally at the same time every day without an alarm. And this regular routine of waking up and sleeping at the same time every day plays a massive role in regulating my circadian rhythm. On days when I decide to snooze in a bit longer, I feel a massive change in my energy and mood. I feel super groggy, I'm headachy, I'm lethargic, and that's because of the jet lag that I feel from disrupting my circadian rhythm. So having a morning and evening routine and sleeping and waking at the same time every day has been the most beneficial part of social rhythm therapy to me. The way I kind of see it is that most people's brains operate like cars. They can go wherever they want, whenever they want. My brain with bipolar disorder is more like a train. It requires a track and a schedule, structure and routine in order to operate at its best. So overall, I have felt like social rhythm therapy has helped me stabilize my circadian rhythm and my body clock. I really enjoy having a routine in my day, especially if I'm being flexible and giving myself grace for the times that I'm not able to maintain it. So if you're interested in learning more about social rhythm therapy, definitely check out the workbook, and I would recommend checking your library for it. My library had both the audiobook and the ebook available online. If this video is helpful in inspiring you to start your own routine, let me know in the comments. Or if you find routines not helpful for managing your bipolar disorder and too rigid a structure to follow, I'd love to hear your comments below. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!